Hey guys, welcome to another episode of It's Not About the Watch. Um, let's see. Today, what I thought I would do is I would talk about my favorite YouTube channels and tell you what I like about them and why, and see if you agree. I'm gonna look at my notes here. So. Let's start with Peter Costa. Peter Costa, I really like his channel. He is such a friendly sounding person. And also there's a good amount of depth in Peter's videos. You get a lot of information. I think it's funny, although he's not the only one that does this, but I think it's funny that you only see his hands. I made a comment in one of his videos once about wanting to see his face or his person, and he made some comment about him being really ugly, which I don't think is true. But it would just be funny, like having a big Zoom call with watch reviewers and some of the windows just being hands and the others being faces. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, yeah. Also, to his credit, really nice music in the intro. I never get tired of that. So there you go. So who's next? Bruce Williams. Bruce is also a really polished guy. Generally speaking, he's kind of like part of the Rolex Boys fan club. I guess what they call it, the Omega Boys fan club, or the whatever it is. He reviews a lot of watches that that I'm just not really interested in because I will never buy them. But he's very skillful at what he does, and sometimes he does topics that are very interesting, and I always enjoy his videos. When I see him, for sure. Ben's Watch Club is another one. Ben, he's kind of like more of an everyman's watch channel. I like the fact that generally he's kind of like I would say he's probably one of the most transparent and no BS reviewers out there. I really have to respect him for that. And I also like the fact that he's in a price point that is, very accessible to people. But at the same time, he doesn't waste his channel time just reviewing crap. So it's a happy mix there, and I like that. I appreciate that. So who's next? ID Guy, otherwise known as Industrial Design Guy. Just lots and lots of information, as you can imagine. Widespread of watches. Another one where it's just a narrative and video, but just a lot of information and often really good and interesting topics besides watches. So definitely someone I follow. Relative Time is Shane. Also really nice, just really nice presentation, really nice setting, a healthy difference, healthy balance between, what are the close-up shots, the macro shots, and him talking. Very relaxed, enjoyable presentation. Even if for me, it's a little micro brand heavy. I don't need to see another review about some watch I've never heard of that uses another Seiko NH35 movement. Just not interested. But in spite of that, really quality reviews and good work and always enjoyable. Let's see who else. Teddy. Really hats off to Teddy for basically, I think, doing all of his reviews standing up. I think he's one of the few people that actually do that. And now that I think about it, when Shane is on camera, I think he also stands. But Teddy is on camera a long time, and he's always standing. But at the same time, it's always very involving. I feel like he always has a lot to say, but at the same time, I don't feel like he's reading a script. You just get a ton of information from Teddy's videos, and of course the video editing and production is just top notch. And I like the fact that really pretty easily, he covers a really, really wide range of products, like really, really wide. He'll cover watches, from $100 to $10,000, and I would say that his reviews are kind of more informative than they are critical. Very rarely I hear Teddy say that he doesn't like something, but at the same time, it's always a nice see. It's always really nice to see, and a lot of information. When you finish watching one of Teddy's reviews, you really have a very, very good idea of exactly what the watch is and what it does. So, who else? The Time Teller. The Time Teller is actually one of the people who was responsible for getting into YouTube and watch videos. Time Teller was just one of the first people I saw. You can thank the YouTube algorithm for that. That talked about watches. I didn't know that was like a thing. I didn't really know that there were watch channels. I was just kind of amazed when I saw one of his first videos. And also, I really like Jory's energy that he brings to the camera. He's always very emotionally involved in what he's doing, in the watches that he's reviewing. That's something really nice. Sometimes is it over the top? Yeah. But if it wasn't, it wouldn't be him. So definitely one of my favorite guys. Okay, Jenny L. Mostly kind of going into the luxury part of the watch market, which I'm less interested in. But at the same time, it's really valuable to. I like having a woman's perspective because it is different and it is very rare uh, in YouTube generally. And she does it really, really well. She does cover a wide range of watches, but generally she's kind of she'll do her Seiko 5 review, but she basically stays in the upper tier, which doesn't interest me so much. But, I just enjoy her videos so much. I watch them anyway. So what are you going to do? Let's see, who else? Yes. The Urban Gentry. Very, very, just very good videos, very informative. I love how many props there are in what he does. And I also love the war room, where he records, it's this, it just looks like a total man den. Yeah, it's just he's just a very interesting guy. And what's really kind of amazing is his popularity to me. And also the fact that that he can incorporate an alter ego in his videos in the form of a plastic dinosaur and actually get away with it. If you told anyone else that you were going to have an idea about a watch channel and that you were going to, also do video of a plastic dinosaur talking to you, your friends would be like, no, don't do that, but he does that. And I forget the dinosaur's name. I forget. But anyway, it's cute and it's kitsch and I like it. And after I don't see the dinosaur for a while, I kind of miss him. It's like, hey, where's the dinosaur? So definitely good. Plus, Mark at Long Island Watch, just a great collaboration when they do their collabs, when they do their videos together. They're just hysterical. It's kind of like seeing two best friends when they were kids. It's kind of like that same vibe. It's just really enjoyable to see. It's just a hoot. I just love it. Just one more watch. Just great energy. That great greeting in the beginning. Hello and welcome. We're just, he always has me reaching for the volume control when he starts this video because the hello is just so loud. But that's one of the great things about it. And I just kind of appreciate that, that he starts the... that he just starts the video that way, just if you think about it in your life, has anyone greeted you in that way? Hello and welcome and really loud. What a fantastic thing to experience, even if you don't even like watches. It's just a great thing. I think we should really acknowledge Jody and appreciate him for that. And then, similar to the Time Teller and similar to Ben's Watch Club, covers a wide range of watches, from from AliExpress watches, all the way up to Omegas or what have you. It's generally mid-tier-ish, with some, inroads into higher-end Seikos and stuff like that. But just really, just really nice to watch. Always very informative, and maybe some other watch reviewers can take note from this. But I really like the fact that, and I think Shane does this also at Relative Time. He, has a part of the video where he specifically says what he doesn't like about the watch. That's really useful. I wish more watch reviewers did that. So that's, I think that's a very positive thing. So, and actually, I guess the only one I would kind of get that kind of gets honorable mention is the Timeless Watch Channel. This is just kind of fun, It's thanks to his daughter, I believe. The video production is also just really, really good. And just I love the way he just brings you into his environment. Him walking around Venice talking about watches. That's just really cool. I've never been to Venice, but thanks to Ocean, I'm starting to go. I'm starting to know a little bit more about it. Yeah, it's very cool. Definitely kind of a rock star kind of vibe. He'll tell us about his parties with supermodels and I think what he actually does. I think he is a music producer. That's what he does. But it's definitely kind of a luxury lifestyle with his cigars and whiskey and Rolexes and numerous Omegas and everything else and most of the stuff, large part of the reviews that he does, except when he kind of goes nuts about a Seiko turtle. I'm not, definitely a Rolex fanboy, but one of the things is this that I find interesting about his photography or video is that he will do video of his watches on top of things. I mean, he'll put, $10,000 or $12,000 chronograph on top of a rock or on top of a curb and shoot it that way. And I just see these things and I just cringe like, oh man, how is he not going to scratch the case by putting it on top of a stone bridge in Venice? It's like, sometime I'm going to write him in the comments. I'm going to ask him, like, have you ever scratched the shit out of your watches in some of your video shoots? Because that always just amazes me. But anyway, fun guy, and like I said, even though mostly I'm not interested in what he reviews because it's too up tier for me. But it's always a nice experience, So there you go. All right. Well, I think that right. Okay. Bark and Jack, Also, Rolex and Make a Fanboy. Again, just mostly content that I'm not interested in, but he does it so well. Plus, I mean, I do like coffee. I'm a coffee guy. Uh, but, you know, anything Scottish is just kind of cool because it's Scottish. Sorry, everybody else. But also, every once in a great while, like when he reviewed the Hamilton Cafe Mechanical, he'll review something that's that I'm more interested in. But again, it's just the presentation is really good, and it's always interesting, and very very knowledgeable. Although he doesn't sound like an encyclopedia, but I'll be watching a video and something will slip in, a little fact about manufacturing or water resistance or something about the industry that I didn't know before. So sometimes there are some hidden gems in information in his videos. Anyway, well, that does it, guys. Tell me what you think about these guys if you know them, and I hope everybody has a good day.